Hello, 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 everybody. I am live. Trying to move my camera away for you. Just a second. So, I'm going to talk about last night after I log into this. So, if you've been following along this week, I worked on the dollhouse. I was getting ready for an event that was starting up for the new season last night. The event was great, but there was one thing that went wrong. Why isn't it? Oh, and and I didn't even notice it until this afternoon because I actually did not unload the car first thing last night. We did it earlier this afternoon, and something went missing. Yep, Tiny Doors has apparently got a tiny thief. We've looked all over for it, so it definitely was taken. And I mean, it's okay. It wasn't really something that was super expensive, but I actually bought it back. I looked back at my invoicing and I purchased it August 1st, 2023. Yes, 2023. I have not put it out on I don't know, on my product line since then. So last night was the first time I was going to show it. And well, someone must have really, really liked it because they took it. I'm not happy about it because I actually really liked it myself and kind of wanted to keep it. But I was like, if it sells, it sells. Well, it didn't sell. So it was taken because it's nowhere in any of my stuff. I looked to see if I could buy another one, and they don't have them any longer. I may have to make one, which is, I really don't want to make one, but I do have something I can do to make something similar. I, um, I can make a mold of another one that's similar to it and then recreate it. Um, so I think I might do that. And you're probably like, what is it? Well, let me tell you. In fact, maybe I can show you. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you guys. I'm gonna put it in the thumbnail too. Um, but you guys can see it as soon as I don't even know if I kept the image on here or not. I went back through photographs. I've got a couple people I asked if they could look in their photos to kind of give me a timeline of when it went missing. It would give me an idea because I kind of have a photographic memory and well, yeah. We won't talk about that, but yes, I usually can remember everything that happens and who I talk to and who goes in and out of the tent. And so I tend to remember all that happened around the tent. So I just want to get an idea of when it might have happened. So if you happen to take pictures of my little tiny house, the tiny shop, the tiny door shop, the new one that we debuted last night, if you happen to get that, send it to me. If you have a picture. I know some people were taking pictures. So I'm just trying to get a timestamp of when it may have went missing. I don't know. but I've looked everywhere for it, so it's not here anymore. And that makes me sad. Oh. But it's okay. Maybe they really, really needed it in their life and they wanted it so badly. And maybe they didn't have enough money to purchase it. It's okay. Um, I'm gonna try to get a picture of it. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So, anyway, other than that, the night was great. I mean, we could have had some more sales, but we had fun. We at that event we bring our mobile art studio, and I actually honestly don't know how many people made things because I have not counted the why isn't this let me download it? I have not counted the things I have left for the mobile art studio. I usually do that and have a number the next day, but I have been so busy. I didn't get home here till, oh gosh, I don't even know. It was 8 something tonight. So yeah, I did not get home until just a little while ago. Um, so, and then I came down here to do the live with you guys. So if you're like, well, where is she? She's doing this every day. I'm a little behind. So welcome to late night. And we're just chatting and talking about last night. I am trying to work on something too, and I need to do something for one of my clients before she leaves the country in the morning. I just need to check something before she leaves, and then I can do her job that she has me doing. Um, so anyway, let me see if I might be able to do this while I'm on live. I think I can. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Um, so what was lost slash not lost? Somebody must have taken it. It was a tiny mirror that I really liked, and I've been holding on to it since August 1st, 2026. And so now I don't know. Well, you guys probably can't hear that, but I don't know what's going on upstairs, but there's commotion. Freddie and Onyx must be playing. All right, so let's see. Can I put it up here? All right. So as seen on one of my previous episodes, this was my little box of frames and mirrors that I was taking to the event. And I wasn't taking a lot. Now I do have more than this, but these were the ones I chose to take to the event. And the one in the front, on the right, the oval silver mirror, someone must have taken it. So, Tiny Doors had a tiny thief. So, is it considered because it's a house? Is it breaking and entering? I mean, it is a dollhouse, so there's no really like doors and windows to break to get in. Is it larceny? I don't know. I don't know what it would be. But this little tiny mirror that is there. No, on this. I don't know. It's which way is it? This way. Over there. The oval silver mirror is gone. And I thought at first that it had fallen out of the tiny door shop slash dollhouse on our drive back. Sorry. Sorry, excuse me. I'm tired. Um, but we looked all over the vehicle, everywhere. So if if you anybody sees anybody with this mirror and they didn't, pay for it, ask them where they got it. Uh, I think it's long gone, but it's okay. They must have really wanted it. But if you notice in the image, there is a gold one there on the second row. It's a gold um, mirror, basically the same, and a little bit of differences in the ornate details of the top and the bottom, but it's very, very similar. So I might take um, we have this product that we just got in, slash Freddie just got in, and um, it's called Blue Stuff, I think, and it's like a wax that you warm up and you spread it out and you push in what you want to make a mold of. So if I can make another mold of this, I might be okay. Now I do have, it's probably maybe down here or maybe up here. I do have molds of other like frames. I don't think it's in this one. I think it's in my other molds. It's a silicone mold. A pink frame. I have so many. I probably have 150 different molds. I might have a problem. Um, I do love the different molds that I can get. But I don't see it here. It must be in the drawer over there. So anyway, the mirror's gone. Oh well. It's gone. So here I am. Had a busy day. I actually slept in. I I don't know if I hurt my back yesterday or just re-injured it. It's probably just a re-injury. But I could not sleep last night. My back was really not good. And yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Katie. I just saw that you're on. I'm sorry if I missed your chat. I'm trying to get to the other view of this channel. But yeah, so it's been a crazy day today. I got up really late. I got up at like 10:30 this morning. And um yeah. Then I had to get coffee, stretch my back and everything, and come down here, got my stuff ready for classes. I had two classes this afternoon, and then met my friend at Costco after that. So, and then after Costco, went to Publix, and then after Publix, I finally came home at around 8:30 tonight. So I've literally, it's almost like an 8-hour day. Sort of. Yeah, it's been a little crazy. But yeah, so tonight I am going to test some things. A lot of people might not know, but I do QuickBooks for some clients I have, and QuickBooks is an accounting program, and I do basically like bookkeeping for them. I've been working with QuickBooks for over 20 years, and so I have some people that I do their bookkeeping for. Uh, I have a client that I have to get done. This is their file. And get their 1099s out in the mail for their vendors that they had. So that's what I'm doing tonight. And, or at least for the next hour or so, I'll work on that. Um, and I need to do my own QuickBooks as well. Plus, I do the QuickBooks for the nonprofit that I'm on the board of. I'm the treasurer of the board of directors for No More Starving Artists Foundation. So I do QuickBooks for that organization too. So um, it's QuickBooks season. So I do that on the side. I also do website education per se. I have a couple clients that I do their websites for. I used to do a few more, but their websites, they didn't want to do their websites anymore. So I've been also doing websites for like 20 years too, but it's not something that it's like my main job or anything. It's something that initially it started with me helping somebody out, and then other people heard about it, and then so now I do that too on top of my art business or my two art businesses and teaching art at all the locations. So if you are new here, I'm Nickie, and I do a lot of artsy cool stuff, but I also use the other side of my brain and do a lot of bookkeeping and web development. So I am a left and right brain kind of person. And I'm not going to do art tonight because I've already had two art classes. Oh my goodness, they were so cute, the kids. Today, this class, I had Creative Wonders 1 and Creative Wonders 2 class today. And we're working on a little get to know you project because I do that with every time we start a new semester for classes. And it's so much fun because the kids really um, they really like get to draw whatever they want. They get to engage each other in what they like. It's really funny because most of them were like, "Oh, I like hearts too." So there were several of them that love like these are the questions. I asked them to write their name down, and then this is also helps me remember their names too. As a teacher, you know, when you start a class and you've got upwards of 10, 12, or more kids, it's trying to keep their names separate and figure out who's who can take some time. So, so their questions were to write their name down and then how old they were. And I know you're not supposed to ask people your age, but the kids like to know how old everybody is in the class. So that's fine. And then, of course, one of them asked me how old I was. And I said, how old do you think I am? So she first guessed a really nice number, and then she actually guessed my name, my real age. And I was like, yes, how did you know that? Anyway, so that was funny. Um, but they do name, age. I have them draw a square, and it also shows me how many of them really calculate the meticulous part of drawing a square versus a rectangle, um, and how well their listening skills are as part of this exercise with them. So I asked them to draw a square, and then they have to draw it with a pencil. This is also a test of them using different mediums as far as pencils, markers, color pencils, and crayons. Those were the mediums that I had for them to work with today. Then they had to use a different medium and draw and color in the square with their favorite color. And what else did I ask them? I asked them to draw a picture of themselves. So that was a lot of fun. And then I have them do their favorite shape, which, oh, I said that already. So hearts and stars are most common. Diamonds, The other day I had a little boy on Monday's class. His favorite shape was a skull. Thought that was really funny. And so they do that. Then I keep it pretty basic for the Creative Wonders 1 class, but Creative Wonders 2 is designed for the kids that have already had Wonders 1, and they're a little bit more advanced in their art skills. So it was really funny. The older, the more advanced class, I had them. I had them also tell me what kind of art was their favorite art, such as painting and sculpting, or whatever they come up with. And if they like sculpture, they needed to draw something they would sculpt. So I love when the kids say that they like abstract art, and then they draw an abstract painting or drawing. It's really fun. And what else did they do? The advanced class, I asked them what their favorite animal was, and ironically, a lot of them like koala bears. So I pulled up a koala bear on my phone and I faced that to them. And I said, okay, well, let's draw a koala bear. And they had to draw a koala bear. I said, now get what colors and markers you think that need to be on the koala bear. So they went and got their markers, and um, they were doing that. And I said, I'm going to draw one too. But I drew mine. I was sitting opposite of the desk from them, and I drew mine upside down. So they had the phone facing them, and then I drew mine actually facing them the right way, but I drew it upside down. And they were like, wait, you drew that upside down. And I thought it was really cute. And I said, yes, and that's your next challenge. On your paper, you need to draw something upside down. And so they did. It was really funny. And one girl drew a turtle upside down. I thought that was really funny. And the other girl drew an ice cream that was upside down. And then one of the girls says something about a taco dinosaur. And so I said, well, draw it. And so she did, and it was so cute. Um, so it was really good classes today, and on Monday. So pretty excited about those classes. And yes, they do the same get to know you class for the very first class, and it really tells me a lot about the kids as far as not only their favorite colors and shapes and that, but also shows me some skill levels that they're at, so I can help them individually grow in their art, because everybody in the classes are ages 5 to 11. It's such a big wide range, and all kids are going to be different levels of drawing and art and the way they see perspectively. And so so it's just fun to do these get to know you questions. So if you are an art teacher and it's like your first day of class with them, this is a fun way to do a get to know you. Sometimes I have a printout and it's all printed out just like your standard first day of school. Um, but today we did it a little bit different. I did that kind of sheet on Monday's class. It's a different kind of class. That class is called Art Explorers, and it's going to be based more on upcycling and environment art, um, working with things in the environment, making art from leaves and different things, and learning about bugs and how colors come from plants and things. So that class is a little bit different, but I still did get to know you. Um, so it was just fun. So that was the first week of school. So that's done. And yes, I teach Monday and Thursdays, and I had a lot of fun. So we had an event this week. I've had 3 art classes this week. Yeah, 3 art classes this week. and an event, and now I have to go into office mode and get a lot of business stuff done for clients and for myself. So for the next 3 days. So we'll talk about that kind of stuff in the next 3 days. So today, like I said, today is our 15th day. We are halfway through January, and I have been live every single day, whether it's early in the day or late night. Um, I've actually been on here every day. So my goal is to do this every day. I'm going to come on, we're going to chat, talk about how things are going, maybe talking about art in general. Maybe I'm making art. Maybe I am working on planning, organizing, just kind of everyday artist life kind of things that you do as a full time artist. It's pretty much the same thing that everybody else does. It's just you work in a different place. In my case, I have a home studio, and I'm very lucky to have that. So, as far as on a budget level, it's really great because I don't have the overhead of a studio and the extra overhead that you would have with an art studio. And yeah, there are drawbacks too to having a home studio versus a studio out in public. You don't have people coming in to just see your art. You actually will have to have your art shown in different things, or in my case, we do pop up markets, and sometimes I enter into art shows as well. So, the way artists do art business is all up to how they are set up. So some people are fortunate to have the gallery space, and we used to have a gallery a while back. Um, that was when we had a gallery. We had local, national, and international artists in the gallery. We had approximately 44 artists at one time, at the most, and that we basically sold their art for them, and our own art as well. And it's a lot of overhead. It's a lot of upkeep. There's a lot of things that you have to do that, and some people don't do that. So one thing that's really cool is that in the month of May, um, where we live, there is an organization called the Cultural Council of Palm Beach County, and they do what they call Open Studio Weekend. And that is where people will be able to go into artist studios and check out the way they work, where they work, maybe buy their art while they're there. So that's actually coming up in May. We will be part of that. So we'll we'll figure out that. I'm not sure of the dates yet. I might be double booked that weekend, but I have to check. Um, so yeah, I don't know if I have to check their site, see if the call has been put out to be part of the event. So, um, with that being said, I've got so much work to do, and I'm gonna sign off. So, hope you've enjoyed this version of the live vlog, the daily live vlog, actually, with me, Nickie, with Tiny Doors WPB, and I guess that's it for the night. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Hmm, I I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Probably planning and budgeting and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be creative and do something else. All right, we'll see you then. Have a good night, or have a good morning, or have a good afternoon, wherever and whenever you're watching this video. We'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.